I apologize in advance because what I'm about to say is not something a lot of Nigerians has properly healed from, and is very much a sensitive topic. And sadly, I'm not even funny enough to find that balance between saying something sensitive and just making you laugh. But hope you listen to the end. I think I try to have punchline at the end to hopefully make things better. So forgive me in advance. Welcome back, guys. This is Madness in Nigeria Living, and I'm your host, Gesi. Today, we'll be taking a deep dive into the psyche of the Nigerian youth. Don't cancel me, please. Really, I'm begging you, don't cancel me. But during the ENDSARS protests, I never went out for any protest. And rightfully so. As much as protest is a good way to show our youthful exuberance, I never believed in the mindset of the protest, because the underlying root problem I felt like was never tackled, which is respectability politics. For a lot of you who might not know the meaning of respectability politics is the mindset that believes marginalized group have to behave a particular way for a broader society to accept them. It came from, I think it was coined in the 80s. I can't remember the name of the female minister, but she was trying to tell black people in America to behave a particular way so police would stop harassing them, so white people would stop looking them a particular kind of way. And that is the same mindset Nigeria have. One quote you hear a lot in Nigeria: dress how you want to be addressed. I remember when I was 17, I was on my way to school, traveling to the university, and they stopped the bus. Police on the road stopped the bus. They told me and told other guys to get down. Why? My hair was rough. They didn't comb my hair. They told us to get down. They started harassing us, searching through our phone, our belongings and whatnot. And there were a lot of elderly people in the car. There were a lot of youths in the car, and everybody was just quiet looking. Nobody questioned, oh, why are you harassing these people? The question was, why would you guys look that particular kind of way? Why did you guys dress like that? Why didn't you comb your hair? And that's the thing. We had the preconceived notion of this look is what a criminal should look like. And when police only arrested people based on look and not based on evidence, and the vast majority of society overlooked it, it was only a matter of time. Because if I'm a criminal and I know you are harassing me because of the way I look, we'll stop looking that way. And if you're a police that only harass people because of the way they look, and you now know criminals no longer look that way, you start harassing the new way criminals look. And that's what led to police getting to the point wherein if you're a young boy that look like you have the slightest bit of money, regardless of how you were dressing, you were harassed for being a fraudster. When the conversation on ENDSARS protest was going on, when everybody was saying, oh, ENDSARS, the question of how does respectability politics play into the mindset that led to ENDSARS was never asked. I was in a lot of group chat and I was asking that question. How many times have you stopped someone when someone say, oh, that girl look like Ashawo, oh, that boy look like G-boy? How many times have you stopped them to stop thinking, oh, you have to look a particular way, to be treated a particular way? How many times have you stopped someone that was harassed in front of you because of how they look? You don't do that. You see your parents do it. You don't tell them that's not how it should be. You just watch them do it. You go on Twitter and you see people do it all the time. And then you wonder why the police wouldn't do the same. If they had ended the SARS department, another set of police would come. They will do the same thing all over again, because that's the psyche of the Nigerian mindset. You're supposed to look a particular way. I remember when Pastor Adeboye said, as a redeemed pastor, why would you have rough beards that you look like a terrorist? And I'm like, why would a pastor say that? It's especially funny if you know the book of Leviticus. I think Leviticus 19 verse 36 or 37. If I'm not mistaken, but it's been so long I read the Bible. And that part of the Bible was talking about how you should not cut the corner of your beards. And now a pastor was saying for you to have rough beards, you're a terrorist and you shouldn't be a pastor. And when the pastor said that to other pastors, what happened to the members? What happened to that member that had rough beards that the police harassed? And it's like, he kept his beards like that now. What happened to the young boy that is trying to be a fashion designer that wore androgynous looking dress? And you're like, he's gay now. All these are part of the problem that led to ENDSARS. That's why it came as no surprise when during the protests, we saw LGBTQ people talking about how they have been harassed too because of the way they dress and all that. And what did Nigerians do in the moment? Tell them to shut the fuck up. Because at the end of the day, we only had the problem with ENDSARS because it started affecting the vast majority of us. We never had the problem with the underlying issue, which is the police don't look for evidence, they don't find criminals, they stereotype us, profile us, and interrogate us for looking a particular kind of way, whereas every other person just look like, well, if you did not want to be treated that way, you shouldn't have dressed a particular kind of way. Well, if everybody stopped dressing a particular kind of way, will that stop crime? Crime will not stop. And because police have to catch criminals, they will find new ways to catch criminals. So today, I just want you to think about how you could have had this conversation with someone to make a difference. You could have had this conversation with someone and tell them, oh no, because this person is looking like this doesn't mean you should treat them this way. Because this person, especially your parents, because if our parents were there to tell the police, oh, you're not supposed to just do this, to the police doing it to a random boy, it wouldn't have gotten to the point wherein a boy was killed in the middle of the street. That's what started the ENDSARS protest now, if I can remember correctly. What started the protest was, there was a wedding party and they were admittedly G-boys at the wedding party, and police pulled up, started harassing them and shot them. But the confidence they had to get to that point started from the fact that they could profile people and nobody was questioning the basis they were using to profile people. And that's when a lot of people that do legal jobs started complaining, oh, I've been profiled too because I have an iPhone, because I have a MacBook, because I have a car. And it's like, why do you have this as a young person? And it wasn't about, why are you profiling me without evidence? What is the basis for your investigation? It was because we failed to tackle this simple issue, respectability politics, that expect marginalized groups to police themselves, to be accepted by the broader society. That is what led to the ENDSARS protest. So we should do better. We should talk to our parents. We should talk to elderly people when we see them do this. And most importantly, we should talk to our friends when we see them do this. And maybe I'm just saying this because I have rough hair, septum piercing, and I'm planning on getting tattoos. So it's the profiling I'm already expecting when I get my tattoos. But it will be fun, and I hope I end this episode on a high note. So yeah, it will be fun when I finally get my tattoos, and hopefully you get to see it. So come back next time for more madness.